project ini adalah tentang dua culture, antara culture dari Australia dan dari Cianjur, Jawa Barat, Indonesia. Dan bagaimana project ini menggabungkan dari kedua culture yang berbeda ini menjadi satu pertunjukan yang utuh.
This project was essentially a collaboration between two student theatre groups, a group of students from La Trobe University in Australia, working with a group of students from UPI, which is a university in Bandung, Indonesia. The idea behind the project was an investigation of each other's knowledge or otherwise of each other.
In 2016, we travelled over to Bandung in Indonesia, where we met with Heliana Sinaga and Salan Mujtaba from Main Theatre in order to set up the project. We ran an audition workshop with students from Theatre Lekon from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, where 7 students were selected to participate.
We worked with each other before, so we did a couple of activities really, just about sort of what would you bring to Indonesia, what we sort of think that we'll need in Indonesia.
Gaya pertunjukannya masing-masing. Saya lebih membantu Bob ya, bagaimana Bob sebagai sutradara meminta para aktor untuk merancang beberapa adegan. Dalam membuat pertunjukan ini semua dilibatkan. Jadi tidak sutradara yang punya gagasan utama, tapi aktor juga masing-masing sangat berkontribusi membuat adegan, membuat cerita.
We went through a rehearsal process that was 5 days a week, which was both rehearsal, ensemble building, and devising the performance itself. We set the whole project performance around a Sundanese story of Jamarun.
And then the lift comes, yeah? Yeah. So maybe we'll start again and then work out when the lift comes. Yeah?
So that was the skeleton that we had around which we devised several scenes, a lot of scenes that talk about Australia, talk about Indonesia, and talk about our relationship with each other.
Bahui not give me script, so we don't have script for a couple weeks, but he give us impulse like you should think, you should always think, every rehearsal, you should bring something new.
Was it courtroom? Tidak mengenal.
Okay.
So we climb up the big hill, as I've spoken about the hill, and then we were all red-faced and took our socks off, put our socks on, and did an hour of Suzuki, and then we'd have, depending on who was taking the rehearsal, we'd have improv sessions or writing sessions or rehearsing stuff that we'd made.
Banyak penyesuaian karena kita mempunyai latar belakang yang berbeda. Penyesuaian bagaimana kita menjalani sebuah proses dan ya banyak hal. Yang pertama saya lakukan ketika mengingat bahwa ini adalah kolaborasi dua negara dengan latar budaya yang berbeda adalah memperhatikan terlebih dahulu. Tetapi sejauh ini dan saya rasakan ini sangat menarik dan sangat saya nyaman berada dalam proses ini dengan orang Australia maupun dengan orang Indonesia karena yang saya lihat, yang saya rasakan keduanya pun sama-sama saling berusaha untuk menyesuaikan.
Kalau untuk itu gimana ya? Aku tuh kadang suka langsung aja gitu kayak spontan gitu. Kalau misalkan dari aku sendiri, kadang juga suka ngedenger dari masukan-masukan dari orang lain, harusnya kayak gini, dan aku coba, tapi kalau misalkan akunya nggak nyaman, aku nggak lakuin. Tapi lebih ke, aku enaknya kayak gini, oh ya udah kayak gini.
Karena kami akan putus sekolah.
When we have a different culture, it's automatically have a different perspective. In this project, I try to understand, to know more about the Australian ideas, and then everything is fun in the end.
All of it's anger. But in fact, with this exercise,
saya berharap semuanya bisa lancar, Bob, ya, semua bisa berjalan dengan baik. Ini mengingatkan saya 20 tahun yang lalu ketika saya pertama kali bekerja sama dengan Atro.
I hope everything is going well, and this moment remind me 20 years ago when Wawan have a first collaboration with Latro.
The stage just got kind of swarmed with what felt like about half the audience, which was about almost 300.
We were asked to greet people who had come to see the show, and it's like being a mini celebrity.
And they just wanted to take photos with us. Such a different experience from anything I'd done in Melbourne.
None of us ever took it for granted, but it was very nice to have these other people come and say how amazing of an experience it was for them, because I don't think Australians perform very often for them at UPI. And after it, I was just very proud, I think, of everyone. We'd all put a lot of work into it, and I think it paid off.
We got to bring the Indonesian students here to Melbourne, where we went on to perform it both here at La Trobe University, and we also then went on to perform it at La Mama Courthouse.
I think that was a new sort of excitement for the Australians in particular, or maybe all of us, because for the Australians it was like, let's show people who we know, what we've been doing for the last 5-6 weeks. I don't know, I felt like the performance really told the story of the collaboration in a lot of ways, so it was cool to show that to the Melbourne audience.
Ketika itu dipentaskan di Australia di La Mama, seolah saya merasa ini sudah sebagian dunia gitu mengetahui cerita ini.
1, 2, 3. Bandung masih Jamarun.
The dinner at Bob's house was very nice. It was very hospitable. In a similar way, it kind of felt a bit like that dinner at Wawan's house.
It was really sad that night. Ash had made all these beautiful photo albums. The Indonesians were pulling these beautiful coloured scarves and they started to tie them around all of our heads.
And there wasn't a dry eye there by the end of it. We formed such a strong bond in the rehearsal space. We formed such a strong bond creating this work with a group of people that I'm sure none of us would have ever dreamed that we'd come across this sort of group.
Yang saya ambil adalah cara berpikir orang Australia, kemudian teknik bermain teaternya yang berbeda dengan di Indonesia, kemudian juga cara mereka berinteraksi.
It was an awesome project and one that was, I'm sure, a great experience for all involved, but also one that I hope will lead to many more fruitful collaborations in the future.
Let's go,